we're going to have some Python. We're going to do some Python. I'm really excited about this. We've got loops, arrays, f strings, objects, lots of different things that we're going to be talking about today. This is going to be pretty neat. I'm pretty interested. I'm pretty excited about this. We will be covering quite a bit because we got some time. We got a good enough amount of time to cover enough of the Python that we need to cover. Now we're talking about Python basics, right? We're getting into Python basics. Indentation means, oh right, yeah, we should probably talk about that. You bring up indentation with Python, right? Snake, right? You got a Python snake there. Perfect. All right. Indentation. We should probably talk about indentation as it is a necessary aspect to the syntax of Python. Indentation means space used to separate the scope. It sure does. Quantified quantum, thank you for defining that. How do you check type a variable? You can use some type checkers. That's what you can do. You can annotate your variables with types in Python. We should probably also talk about that. Type annotations. Type annotations, right? We should talk about that as well. Getting things going. Indentation. Yeah. All right, let's do loops first. We'll do some loops first. We'll do some simple loops. All right, vi loops. Do we have it? No, Python. All right, so let's get this going. All right, so there's a while loop. So you can loop forever. And you can, with import time, so we can get some things going. Import time. And I think there's time.sleep. You can say 1 to sleep for a bit. And then this will let your application run indefinitely. A while loop. Let's see here. We'll do a while loop here. And the while loop is going to loop forever. This will be looping forever. And then we'll just say print. We'll print hello. It's a short circuit. So let's go through that real quick. Let's do a short circuit. Okay, you guys ready? We'll do a short circuit. We're going to skip ahead a little bit into the simplicities. We're talking about Python basics. We're going to go a little bit further. Here, I've got an idea. Let's close that. We'll go straight into a Python here. Python. Actually, you know what? Vi short. 1 second. Short. I always spell circuit incorrectly. Let me short circuit. Let me get this spelling proper here. Okay. There we go. Short circuit right there. Short circuit.py. All right. So, print, we'll print something here. So, a equals 1 and 2. What do you think that's going to do? What's going to happen there? What's a going to be equal? Let's see. And then b equals 1 or 2. Print a. We'll do this. We'll do this like this. So it's easy to see. A is going to be, oh, you know what? We should use an f string. Like that. There, f string. All right. And we'll do b. There we go. And say b equals, and we'll say a equals. All right, you guys are going to figure this out. What is the value of A and what is the value of B? An F string is like a regular string, except for you can put data in it. So you've got regular string, right? And then you've got an F string where you put the letter F in front of the string. Now it's an F string. And what you can do is that you can put data that's scoped into it. You can also run code. You can also run code in it, right? Import time. And you can say, I do believe you can say like time.time, right? I think you can do that as well. I think that works. I want to test it really quick. Python. Let's test it. True A to B1. All right, sure. We got, and then we got true. Let's see. Okay, are you ready? All right, let's print it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. All right, Python short. Boom. A is 2, B is 1. Who got it right? Sure, you got it right. Good job, sure. Didn't anyone else? A is 2, B is 1. Yep, you got it. Print A, F, A equals. What would that do? Hey, Noodle, what does that do? What does that do? You said A equals? What does that do? I've never done that before. I'm going to try it out. What's it going to do? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's great. If we just run that again, see, now, in this case, right, B is true because the first element of the equation of this is going to be true, so it's going to return true because OR won't activate. It won't activate. However, when you do true and true, right? So we could say false, and then we can say false here, right? That's actually easier to see. So if true and or, you can see a little bit better. It's a little bit better. So now you can see right here on the screen. We're we go. So you can see A is equal to false, B is equal to true. And that's because right here, you can see on the screen, A and true and false, you're going to get, right? You're going to get false because the first element is true. And then in the B scenario, since you're using an OR operator, true or false, you're going to get true because the first element of the equation of the operator is returned as true. I don't know how else to say it. And it's a great way because it's excellent from an assignment perspective because you can always, it's kind of an approach of a ternary operator as well. How do you do ternary operator in Python? I believe you have to use short circuits. Is there any other way? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Okay, so let's end the poll there. I'm actually kind of curious. Who figured this out? Who figured it out? Weren't all non-zero numbers equal to true? Yes, so there's truthiness. You bring up a good point. Like, why did it work? Because there is a true value. So 0 is going to be false, right? In Python, 0 is false. So you just see here. So Python. So we say 0, 0, say, what is this? Not 0. It's going to be true, right? So that's the opposite, right? And can you not? It's going to be false. But if you put a 1 in, it should be true. It's the opposite, right? It gets cast. It's type coercion. It's going to take the truthiness. Is it a thing or is it not? I'm actually kind of curious. What is not of an empty list? See, it is what, and then what if you put a 1 in there? True. What if you put something inside the list? A list versus a not list. See? Right there. Interesting. Savon, this is not overriding indentation. You're right, it's not. You're right, it's not. We need an example that does that. How do we do that? Can we do it like this? Print. Can we do this? Print second line. Right? Something like that. Can we do that? Is that possible? Is that going to work? I think that's going to work. Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know. Is it? No. I think this is what I'm thinking of. Okay. I think that's not going to work. Python indentation. Yeah, that's a problem. What I was thinking of is this right here. How to override indentation. So this is weird, right? This is very weird. However, that should work, right? Hey, there it goes. However, this will not work. If you're looking on the screen, if I get rid of that backslash, it'll throw an error. You guys. There you go. Problems. So you can essentially get extra indentation with a backslash. You can add indentation if you want it. You can add indentation. All right. We also did F strings. We did some F strings, so let's put that up at the top. We could go back over F strings. We should probably go back over F strings. So let's finish loops. Let's go back to loops. We'll go back to loops here. All right, loops. So here is a forever loop. Let's do a for loop. So let's do a for loop. We'll do a for loop. Okay, so we'll say A equals 1, 2, comma 3. So this will be a list, right? So we got a list here. For element in A, let's see. Let's say numbers. We'll call it numbers. And then we'll say number. I like to do it. This is my favorite style strategy. You have a plural and a non-plural. You've defined a list of items. You represent them by their meaning, and it's plural. So you see here, there's a plural S right here, a plural S, numbers. And then when you do a for loop, you do the singular version of that. This is, speaking of loops, I'm using loops. So for an email automation with Supabase, nice, good for SaaS and a generous free tier, 1,000 users. Keep up the good content. Thank you, Roberto. Thank you. Hey, the Tech Man, good to see you. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. Do you ever run into common syntax errors with using this naming method? It sounds really useful. It is in a while loop to show another useful form. Yeah, we could. All right, so while we're answering the next question, we're going to show Savon's suggestion. Are you guys ready? We'll show Savon's suggestion. And we will do that next. We will do that right now. Okay. I'm just going to get my windows open and ready. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Getting everything set up. Okay. So let's show you. We'll go back into the loops. We'll do so we've got numbers here. We'll do numbers. Say while, instead of saying while true, instead of a equals 1, 2, 3, perfect, nearly perfect. Okay, a dot pop, is that a function? It is. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, I was just double checking. All right, number. So print number equal. I think that'll work. Then we say loop. Okay, number equals nothing. Wait. Did I do that right? Wait, why isn't it showing anything? Oh, right. I'm silly. I'm so silly. You got to put the brackets in. Okay, there you go. Now we should number equals 3, 2, 1, done. All right, there we go. Savon. Is that pretty good? Yes, and there's a method for pop on the tail. Nice. Why you do double hash for comments? Oh, for pretty. I do it for pretty because, you could do a single, or you could do double. And I do it because it's pretty. Because it's easier. It's easier for me to see on the screen. Like, I feel like from a human perspective, if I do double octothorpe, double hashtag, it's easier to see. That's just my style. I just like to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't. It's not a mandatory thing. We are doing Python basics. We just did some updates to the loops. Okay. So what do we want to do? I knew it. I knew you guys were going to do type annotations. I knew it. All right. So let's, in the poll, we did some type annotations. Okay. Let's do those type annotations, you guys. What's the function .pop? Pop in a list is going to take the last element off the list and assign it to a variable so you can capture it, right? So let's go back over that real quick. Python. So you've got a list. A equals 1, 2, 3, right? And you see A is a whole thing. A at the first element is going to be 1, and A at the last element is going to be negative. It's going to be 3. But you can say A dot pop, and that's going to give me 3, and now A is a little bit smaller. So you can see the difference here. That's what that does. And there's also a.append, right? So a.append 3, so we can bring the list back up. So there. Now you've got a whole neat little tricks you can do with your lists there. You should have a real-time fancy word translation system for every time you say a fancy engineer word, like your subtitles. We could write that. We know how to do it. We know how to do it. We know how to do it, you guys. All right, let's see here. I'm going to pull this down here. Okay. So I've got my notes. We're going to do something here. We'll create a math function. We're going to do type annotation here, right? So this is type annotations, right? So you see here at the bottom of the screen, right here, type annotations is what we're going to do right now. We'll do this type annotations, which is sort of like assigning types in Python, which is a loosely typed language, right? So X, we'll say A int, right? And then B is an int, right? So we can add these two numbers together, return A plus B. I'm pretty sure, right? And there you go. So as you can see here, we do some type annotations. So if we say print add 1, 2, this should print out 3. This should simply print out 3. Type annotations. Python type. There we go. 3. All right. So as you can see here, it prints out 3. Perfect. And then we can do 4. And then we'll do 5. So it should be 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. All right. Perfect. Right there. 3, 4, 5, you guys. How about AI poker or roulette bot and try it? Heartwire? That sounds like a good project to me. Steve, I'm also keen on a quick short interval trading connected to an LLM. Ooh, some YouTubers showed they made real profit with Claude. That could be interesting as well. Much easier to implement. Don't get me wrong, much easier. Hey, the boss, good to see you, bro. I'm trying to make gaming using Unity C#. You can't figure it out when I ask GPT. Some of the code is wrong. I'm tired of coding. What should I do with it? We've got you. We've got you. We posted, I do believe we posted it. Let me double check. Here, CD, desktop ls. 1 second. Where is that at? It's in here somewhere. Catch point, click, star demonstration. Hello, where is it? It's like game. Let's see here. Is it around here? Game. Here we go. Game AI. We're not done with type annotations yet. we got to show you what happens when you do something weird. So let's try true. Will that work? It works anyway. It works anyway. What if we try a string that's got a number in it? Works. All right, there we go. So that's a problem. Obviously, that wouldn't work anyway, though. You can't do that. 1 plus 1, 2, 3. Will that work anyway? I don't know. Let's find out. See, that doesn't work at all anyway. So you can't just have type annotations. You need to add them. They help. However, for the most part, it looks like they're ignored, right? It looks like they're fully ignored. So found one source file that didn't do what I wanted it to do. What happens if we do this, though? Let's see if it finds an issue this time. Okay. MyPy type annotation. There it goes. Okay. So that'll work. That'll work. What about if we put a list in? All right, we'll do a list. Is it going to give us an error there? Yes, okay. So if you run MyPy using, you can see here, it says 0 to 2. We'll take it to the second element, not the second index, which would be 3 elements. The second element, so 0 to 2, we'll be eating an apple and an orange today. And then we can say eat tomorrow equals eat, and then we'll go 2 to 4. We'll eat extra. So extra stuff. Eat today, eat tomorrow. Let's do F strings. F this, like that, and the equals. Let me do the in bracket, in quote, good to go. Eat today, eat tomorrow. Do tomorrow. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So let's run that. And so we should have 2 lists today and tomorrow. So today we're going to do apple and orange. Tomorrow we'll do carrot and kiwi. So that is some array slicing. 2, -2, -1. All right. Perfect. Did it do it? Oh, it only gives us banana. What's going on here? What's going on? Is it 0? Nope. -2. No. What about if we do straight up -2? -2 colon with nothing else. Hey, there it is. Hey, we figured it out. We got the slice. Hey, El Haji, thank you for subscribing. Welcome on in. You joined the right channel for what we figured things out right here in the figuring things out. Phil Sebo, it turns out it's -2 empty. -2 colon is nothing. I thought it was -2, -1 as well. Like, that feels like that should be the case, right? Because if you say -1, it's going to be the last item in the list. It'll be the last item in the list. But if you want the last 2, you have to put -2 colon. And then you're good to go. Right here, you guys. Right here on this line. Right here. -2 colon. Right there. And then you get the last 2 elements on the line. So a -1, you said -3, and -1 again. All right? So this is just the step, right? So that's the step. So let's see if that works. It also works, and it reverses the order. Hey, that's pretty neat. Hey, you're showing it up. You're showing it up. That's also how you do it. So we just did it in 2 different ways. Isn't that neat? I thank you. Will code length and entropy, I thank you very much for doing that. You're doing that. That's great. Hey, Phil Sebo, you could also do the length of the list and then use that to return the last. Yes, you could. You absolutely could. You got it. You got it. You could do that as well. So you could len, eat, right? Len of eat. You could do that. I think, can you do that? You have to say -1. -1, right? I think you have to do that. There you go. -1. Perfect. Although that won't give you a slice. That'll just give you the last element. Well, I mean, it's like a positional, right? But it does, it's a thing that you can do to access the last element of the list without it returning a slice. It just gives you access to the element. Which, all right, let's find out. Dir a. Okay, so there is a extend index insert. Insert might be what I'm looking for. A dot insert 1. Was that not a thing? A dot insert is a built-in method. 1. Expected 2 arguments. Is it? What does it want? Maybe that's not what I think it is. 1.1. Oh, you can say where you want to insert it. A dot insert is going to be 3 now. Okay, perfect. So it could say 0. Second here. A. Okay. 1.1 to 1. Okay, perfect. So I want at position 0, I want to insert 7. A. Perfect. Okay. So you can prepend with insert. So as a Python IDE, Your setup is kind of hacky. Well, you know what? I haven't done that before myself. I've only done Vim and Visual Studio. Maybe a couple other editors. I've never used Emacs. Eat.remove rice. Hey, there we go. There we go. Let's do that one. That's a good one. Can we do that? So eat.remove remove rice. Can we do that? Will that work? Will that work? I'm actually kind of curious. Let's print eat. Okay. Okay, let's comment that out. Okay. So we added rice and then we removed rice. So let's do print. Let's do double print. Okay. Okay, as you can see here on the screen, we did an insert and then we did a remove, which is pretty neat because the remove isn't referencing the position of the array. It's referencing the item that's equivalent to whatever you're passing into remove. So you could probably also, because you can mix types here, you could probably say true, and then you could say remove true. I'm curious if that'll work. Will that work? It does. That is so weird. That is so weird. That isn't neat. Oh, Wilson, how's it